give you Titus Capoeman. Give him a hand.
Wow. So, Onuguitu on Taholah Laishin, Cheto Quinault, Sioquio. Thank you guys for having me here today. And I just gave you guys an introduction in the Quinault language. It's greetings. My name is Taholah Laishin. I come from the Quinault Indian Reservation. And my government name is Titus Capoeman. And thank you guys for tuning in today. It looks like all of you guys are in your own homes and safe. It looks good. That's where I'm at too. I'm in my room right now. As many of you know or don't know, I live on a reservation in the Quinault Indian Nation, and right now we're on shutdown right now. Well, pretty much shut down. The whole tribe is on shutdown right now, so there's only limited amount of workers, and there's no school. Only the essential workers are at work right now. So there's still a little bit of fishermen, and we got extended on our hunting for 3 weeks now, and that's pretty much what I've been doing this past 2 or 3 weeks. Has been out hunting for family members, and that's a big part of my life is gathering. And I'm a fisherman, and I'm a hunter and a gatherer. So that's one of the ways that we utilize our rights. Those are our rights as being a Native American. And these are things that we've done for hundreds and hundreds of years. And I'm really blessed and fortunate to be able to exercise those rights and be able to keep them alive.
So, Titus, in times of crisis, when we may be scared and or struggling with things ourselves, how can we stay calm and put together enough, outwardly at least, to lead and be an example to others?
That's a really good question. Whenever I do feel that way, I take time out of my day to either get on my knees and pray, or it can be a devotion, or it can be writing in your journal in the morning, or whatever you can do to just push pause and gather yourself, and just take some time for yourself. And if you do have a higher power, take that time.
Thank you, Titus, for being here. It's nice to see you again.
You too.
You talked about how your focus now is very much with the younger generation. And I was wondering, many of our peers, we're the same age, and you're trying to inspire the younger generation to take a leadership role. How can we, as people that have peers our own age and might be resistant to taking a leadership role, inspire them as well to take a leadership role and motivate them?
That's a great question too. Thank you for asking. So I feel like just finding a way to make it friendly for everybody, whatever you're trying to get people involved in, if it's leadership, let them know how important it is, or why we need to be leaders. That's just setting the example. It's going to have to start with you and the other leaders, I feel like.
My question to you is, what is something we can do as leaders to increase our curiosity, to be more curious? And what tips would you give us?
So just like you're doing now, I mean, try to find elders. Try to find elders. I can't stress that enough, to go find elders who've lived through these generations. Go find elders who have been through struggles, who have lived through that stuff, and ask them how they went through, how they got through the depression, how they got through experience those really bad racist days, back in the day, with Martin Luther King, and, just people who remember hearing stories like that. Those are all ways of keeping our culture and our tradition alive. I just feel like getting out there in the community and, volunteering, making yourself useful in your community, I feel like really helps, whatever message you're trying to get out there, or just, being involved with the schools, just volunteering, the Institute for Community Leadership, or MLK, is an awesome way to, experiment and, utilize your rights, and so I feel like right now you're actually doing a really good job at that.
Titus, it was really good talking to you. I think I really learned a lot about especially elders and, bringing our culture into what we do and how we're going to go forward with leadership from now on. So I think to express my gratitude and our gratitude as we say goodbye, I think a saying that in my language is በጣም አመሰግናለሁ ከኛ ጋር ስለተናገር ካሁን በኋላ ያንተ ቃል ከኔ ጋር ነው የሚሆነው. Your words will always be in our hearts, and thank you for talking to us.
Wow, Siokwe, thank you very much. That was powerful.